Welcome back to the RTF podcast, where we refresh your feed so you don't have to. My name is Matt, his name is Matt, and you're watching episode 44. Matt, we are back.
We are back, Matt. It's been a little bit of a hiatus due to some unfortunate circumstances.
Extra long hiatus.
Oh, my Lord. Tell the viewers. Just tell the viewers.
Okay.
If you want.
Let's just jump right into it. I unfortunately got COVID again, people.
I dodged COVID again. I don't know how I did it.
So unfortunate.
I was with him. I want you to understand. I was with him all week. Every day, all week.
Literally the whole week. The gym, everything.
And it's just like...
And I chilled with like 4 or 5 people the day before I got it. Like,
Yep.
wow. I just get the most unlucky. Just
understand.
Such unfortunate circumstances.
How are you feeling now,
But
though?
now I'm doing great. I'm doing much
great.
better.
That's fantastic.
Podcasting again, I'm doing great. For those who are keeping up with our feed and everything like that, unfortunately, I had to take a little bit of a hiatus from podcasting. I had COVID. So... Unlike the last time, I'm going to just briefly talk about it. COVID was absolutely kicked my fucking ass. Kicked my right in the ass. You can laugh at me.
I'm just laughing.
I had the worst 2 days of my life for like, maybe not full 2 days, but a day and a half for sure. It was like absolute torture. Not torture. Not that bad. But it was like bad. It was really bad. Like
it was just like a bad cold? Or?
Oh my, it wasn't a bad cold. Like it was just like so weird. It was like I got hit by like a train.
Nice.
And I was just like, okay, that's it. I'm in bed for a day straight. I slept for like a whole day. And then like the most frightening part for me was I woke up on Saturday morning 2 weeks ago or a week ago, whatever it was, 10 days ago. I literally woke up shivering, but sweating.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Huge feat.
Oh my God. Just a complete whirlwind of emotions. I don't know what's going on. So I wake up sweating, right? And I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. I can't do it. Like I can't go in here. I end up somehow making my way to work because I didn't think it was a cold. I thought it was just like freezing or like something. I didn't think I was like how I was sick. Right?
Huge mistake. Because
like when you wake up early, you don't let that cold develop because it develops while you sleep, I guess.
Yes and no. I mean, you definitely don't feel 1,000% great in the morning.
Yeah, but
I understand that. I understand that thought of like I woke up, feel like absolute shit. Just could be just one of those mornings. It happens.
But like it really, really hit me around 9:00 that morning while I was at work. And I said, I had to go home. Like, 100% had to leave. And then that rest of that day was just terrible. Just awful. And what is to blame? Not wearing a mask. You heard it here first. Literally the day after I stopped wearing a mask everywhere is when I got COVID again. That's it. That's plain and simple.
Yep, I agree. I want to say, like, first and foremost, I have a longer beard than you do, and it's pretty long off my face. It's not crazy.
Good defense mechanism.
I absolutely hate wearing a mask because it creates creases and things.
Yeah.
But it's so necessary. It is so, like, obviously, who likes wearing a mask? Nobody.
Yeah, literally the first day.
It's so necessary because of this. It was bound to happen. So many people were going to get it. On the news, they're like, yeah, whatever number you see, we have, listed on TV, just, like, times 10.
Yeah.
That's, like, how many cases. It's like, okay,
Yeah, it just wasn't fun. Was not a good time at all. Not to say my first COVID experience was a good time. It's just I had it November, not of last year. 2020.
Yeah.
So over a year and a bit ago, that experience was like nothing compared to this. This was way worse.
Same thing. Where I want you to understand, like, he's significantly taller than me, so he like breathes down my throat if I stand next to him and we're having a conversation. And that time too, where it's like
it kind of sus, but yeah, I get your comment.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like that,
Yeah.
So it's like you're literally like breathing on me because I'm standing next to you. We're having a conversation, and you're looking down at me because you're significantly taller than me.
Yeah.
And it's like, even still, you didn't give it to me then. You didn't give it to me now.
I don't.
What's going on?
You're built different.
I guess.
You're built different.
Let me tell you, it's gonna hit me like a truck.
It's the creatine.
Let me tell you, most creatine.
You're built different. So yeah, finally getting back to life, gym, podcasting, everything. Finally, it's been felt like a month. 5 days felt like a month, but just watched all the. Have you ever seen all the? I don't know if I told you I was binging all of them, all the old James Bond movies.
I've seen like them in parts. I've never sat down
For
as an
full one?
adult and like watched them all, so I don't
Yeah.
remember them.
So like after watching over let's say five, I watched 4.5. I'm not done. I'm not done another one. After watching like 5 of the Sean Connery 007 movies, he is one cold ass bad motherfucker. Like he's such a cool bad fucking guy. Like that is such a sick role, and like obviously the visual effects suck in that movie, right?
For the time though, you know.
But he's like a pimp badass. Like that James Bond over what's his name? Daniel Craig?
Yeah.
Over him, I think I would take.
I grew up with Daniel Craig. Like,
so did I.
I know. And then I never sat down as an adult and watched them all. Old things like that don't bother me. Old graphics and whatever do not bother me.
It's so fun to watch. Like it's actually
great.
like when you're so used to like next level visual effects because of like all Unreal Engine and stuff now is going crazy. And you go back and you look at that, they're using like an LED screen that can't really provide any movement. It's got to be very stationary, like whatever. Is like wow. Like it's just like how do you go to the movies and like wow, this is amazing. Like you know what I mean? Like the way we go to a Marvel movie and say wow, this is amazing. They were saying that shit about 007, right? I don't know. It's just hit like Sean Connery's role. Number one, okay, Sean Connery. You look at him now, not the best looking dude.
No.
He's a normal old guy, I guess.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
He's a GQ fucking next level model, man. In those movies, he's like the best looking guy. He'd be on the cover of American. He definitely was for sure. Like I don't know about that time during the late '60s, but like GQ model, chiseled features, just
Did you develop a crush?
ripped. No, but I was like, yo, if I ever want to look like anybody, it's this guy. He's a fucking pimp, like a straight pimp. And they show like all like every. That's what I like about James Bond movies is like, not only is it like a big theatric spy mission, all like secret operations, whatever. It's that like there's always like the like side stories with like a girl.
Yep.
Like he like pimped out. Like he's always
the
like
girl in the car and the money and the casino.
Yeah.
It's just something.
There's always something with that girl.
Sprinkle in. You know?
Yeah. That's such like a sick pimp
A
lifestyle.
little bit
Like
of alcohol. You know.
yeah. It's actually sick. I don't know. I watched like all of them and like going through it. Obviously I had nothing to do, but like going through was like so much fun seeing everything like develop. Because when you watch them like from the early 60s, like 61, 62, and then into the early 70s. So it's a whole decade worth of like film, right? And you see the development, not only in him and like the way the actual films like develop, get better and visual effects and all that bullshit.
The technology in movies and shows and stuff has just increased so much, and it's amazing to see where you went from, you know, the 60s, 70s, 80s to literally like, you know, mini props, or like for example, like I've seen a bunch of documentaries and stuff on them. So like for example, the original Star Wars was like mini figurines, props, and then there was even a shot where it was literally just a painting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's insane. That's
yeah.
I had no idea. And it was like a really like wide angle shot of like a giant hangar, and like it was all perspective, and it was in the corner, like the top right corner, and it was paintings. And now that I went back and saw it, I'm like, holy shit, that's a painting, you know, like whatever. Now I sent this to you. I don't know if you ended up going to see it or not. On The Mandalorian,
yes, I was just about to say that.
On The Mandalorian, they're using
Unreal Engine.
No, they're using digital green screen.
Yeah, but it's it's powered through Unreal Engine.
Yeah. So the way it works is it's essentially a giant monitor, and
it moves like, according to your movement.
It's like 180 degrees, and like if the camera moves this way, the background shifts, and you can throw up like a green screen, like a digital green screen, if you want to add something in and whatever. So like they have them in full armor,
but it's not a green screen.
It's LED. It's LED screens. But then it's like, that's why I said digital green screen, because you can make the area green. Yeah, but it's just like dynamic lighting in settings and things, and they have like lighting that shines with a different camera perspective. It's all automatic. Yeah, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Where it's like
credits to Jon Favreau. Apparently he was like pioneered that.
Yeah.
It's like that shit's like next level.
It's insane.
That's what gets me excited to like work in that industry, right? Work into that like field. It's extremely difficult though, like 3D modeling and 3D like animation and visual effects is like next level hard. And to think of like people that do that shit is fucking crazy. I want to talk a little bit about. I don't know if you watched the Oscars.
No. I mean, I saw
the highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, barely. But.
Well, the Oscars every year I think are just sort of like people get the awards, like whatever it is, what it is, but it's a very like I don't know how to put it. It's very like not pretentious, but like there's always like some politics behind it. Like there's always like some like people out there to talk about themselves or and a lot of people actually this year surprisingly was that like Ukraine and give a shout out to Ukraine and things like that, which was great. But there's always like I feel like it's just a PSA for
a hidden agenda everywhere.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like you hear people talking about their own projects and this upcoming that. Like okay, yeah, that's cool, but like get to the awards, right? Obviously you saw the big highlight. Fucking Will Smith.
What did you think? And then I can tell you what I thought.
Okay, my opinion.
What was your initial thought, and now your thought when you first saw it?
First time watching Will Smith smack him, Chris Rock, is I think 100% it's fake.
Okay.
I thought 1000% that's a fake slap.
Okay.
There's no way that's a real slap, right? It looked so cartoonish. Literally looked like he didn't even hit him. It looked like it just swung past his face. It didn't even hit him, right? It looked like one of those that camera angle, the original one, is like it didn't even look like he hit him. It looked like he moved before, like wrestling, like WWE. And I was like, okay, like whatever. That was funny. Like go sit back down. You know what I mean? Like it was a good joke.
Yeah.
And then shit got real when the mic stopped.
He started, and then he started screaming.
But you don't hear that screaming.
Well, no, not like. Yeah, you can hear him a little bit.
Yeah, but you don't hear the legit screaming.
Oh no.
Because you hear the bit and then it cut at least our feed, not feeds across the world, but our feed cut like right away, right? So I didn't hear that shit, but I was like, oh, okay, shit just got serious because you see the facial reactions, you see everyone's like, oh, like that, whatever, right? And then immediately, what's your first response? To fact check that's real. What do you do? I want to know what
social media.
Twitter right away.
Twitter,
right to Twitter. Not even Instagram. No Instagram, no TikTok, none of that. Straight to Twitter.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. And then somebody sent me the Australian version of with the full audio and all that. And I was like, no way this is real. And I couldn't even like believe it. I was like, there's no way this happened. This is like the biggest like fiasco to happen at a fucking Academy Awards or Grammys or anything. Since like, I'd probably say since like Kanye said that thing, like the Beyonce had one of the best things. Like that was like the most candid, like extraordinary fucking 2 seconds of award show content.
The thing is, when I first saw it, like I didn't see it right away. I saw it when everybody posted it to their stories, which I'm gonna just add. Don't do that.
Don't do that, bro.
You don't gotta do that.
Okay, so
It's stupid.
Bro, this is what I think. When okay, like it happens, right? Will Smith smacks him. How many outlets need to post that content for you to realize that I don't need to post this?
There's gonna be
like so many people. The memes are different. Memes are different.
Memes are different when they're like edited things.
Yeah, when it's like when it's like Monday morning and then like coffee or whatever. Like you know, like one of those. Those are funny.
No,
not funny, but whatever.
The immediate like 15 minutes has passed. Nobody's memed it yet. 15 minutes has passed. Every single person on my Snapchat and my Instagram told the story.
Everyone.
Why? Why do you do that?
Everyone.
I'm looking at the Why do you do that? Why do people do that?
I don't know.
You don't need to do that. When you're at a concert, when you're at a play, you don't need to do any of this because it is being.
No, there's one. Okay, so there's one thing.
It's being photographed and it's being taped.
Yeah.
Why do you do that? Something happens on social media, you don't need to record the screen of the thing happening because I'm gonna go see the video of it later. I don't want to see it on your phone.
Yeah,
or on my phone. Like it's
the thing that bothers me more than anything is like people that are not like publicists. They're not outlets. They don't have followings.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me. Like they don't have a following. You don't have a crowd.
Yeah, they have the 43 people.
You got 600 followers and you post pictures of you and that's it.
Yeah.
And like you have like 10 posts total. Like those people posting that video is like so unnecessary.
Irrelevant. So
Like
irrelevant.
I saw it a million times, and everyone saw it a million times.
Even this show, we do this. We don't make money here. We do this for fun. We
Yeah.
do things because we
Not
like.
yet. It's coming as a sponsor me.
But you know what I mean? Like we do this for fun, right?
Yeah.
We do this thing for fun. This is a little bit. I want to say different, but even still, it's like we still also.
But I
post
told
it.
no,
You didn't
yeah,
post
this
it.
is no, I didn't post nothing.
Yeah, this is what
I
I'm
didn't
saying.
even post
On this
the
account,
I didn't
nothing
post the
came
meme, but like I saw the memes. I laughed at the memes. I
up. Absolutely
I
hilarious.
share the memes. Like I
Yeah.
send memes to people and stuff like that. But to post something like that, I think people. The way I look at it from a social content creating perspective is when you don't have any content, you gotta post other people's content.
That's literally it, and that's
know what I mean?
and that's exactly what TikTok is. TikTok with its sounds and sharing sounds and
Yeah.
using sounds and dude. Okay, so I don't know if you've ever seen this guy before, but it's this guy from China. I'm pretty sure it's China. I'm pretty sure he's from China. I don't know where. Don't know all this entire channel every single day is he walks in, grabs his phone like this. He's recording, opening a drawer, grabs money, and then closes the drawer, walks down some stairs in flip-flops, and then it's the same song. So I don't know, some Chinese song. And he's just showing his food that he bought. And then people in the comments.
I've seen that.
Yeah, his name
I've
is
seen that.
Brother168. And
Yeah,
it's just like,
I've seen that.
now you got Canadians doing it because you can all tell by the currency.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
got everybody doing this stupid flick with the things, walking down the stairs like a
Yeah.
fucking idiot. And
Yeah,
then I'm
but
gonna
there's,
fucking
like-
go and spend. Why you gotta, what brings
Yeah.
you to the point of like, oh, I'm gonna just go and do the exact same thing?
Yeah, there's like
What are you doing?
I don't know. There's like people that sort of steal content because they know it's popping, right? And people want the clicks and people
Yeah.
want the whatever. But like, I think there's a difference between like actually stealing content and then like recreating trends in your own fashion and things like that. Like trends and like dances and stuff like that.
The trends is one thing.
That's original.
It's like, oh, this is a thing that everybody's doing, and like
That's why they're called trends,
yeah,
right?
It's like the whole trend. Like for example, like even way back with like the Harlem Shake. Everybody was doing the Harlem Shake because it was a fun thing to do. It wasn't my account's gonna blow up just because I'm doing the thing everybody else is doing, and that's it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, oh, we had people from I'm pretty sure it was like the Russian army that did it first.
Yeah.
Then we had Filthy Frank do it. Then we had schools do it. They didn't make accounts and go, oh, we're gonna continue trying to be popular.
Yeah,
For the
exactly.
sake of whatever.
Yeah, I
No,
get
like
what you
if you
mean.
go and look at these accounts, it's over and over and over
Yeah, I
again,
get what you
stealing somebody else's like original idea.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah, I get that.
what are you doing?
I get where you're coming from. What do you think was like the biggest, the most popular TikTok sort of like dance / trend?
That original Doja Cat song. I'm not gonna sing it.
Yeah, just tell me the lyrics.
Hold up.
The
I can
original Doja Cat song.
Yup.
What? Woman
Say
is
so.
new.
Literally like
Oh,
Twas.
you think so?
just
I don't
the
think so.
most. It was huge. It was like definitely like up there. Like
You know what's when I say? I'll play it. don't
yeah,
give
I
a
also
fuck.
don't know the names of anything because even accounts. That brother guy, he's just so unique. That's why I know. But even accounts on TikTok, it's like, oh, look at this guy. Gotta go find it. Hold on, let me just scroll through my thing really quick because I don't know. Whatever.
Look,
But-
this is for sure. This is like the most played. Hold on. I'll find it in a second.
I'll be fucked up if you get me right.
No. That's a big one too.
That's
a bit
that's
state-
another one. That was fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was just fun. It's good for fun, like whatever. Like it wasn't anything like, oh, I'm just gonna rip this guy off because like whatever, rip this girl off because like whatever. But you know,
That's a big one too. This one was the song that pretty much blew Don Toliver up. You know what Don Toliver is?
Nope.
A rapper or artist, whatever you want to call it.
couldn't
okay.
go for it. Yeah.
This song, what the fuck is it? Oh, right here. You'll know this song.
I probably will know exactly. Oh yeah. There's different. Yeah.
This, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I think that one and the WAP dance. I think the WAP, like those two, maybe they're just on my For You page like crazy, but those two I feel like were like the biggest TikTok hits.
Yeah.
Like viral trends and shit. But like after a while, it's like, oh my God, kill me.
Yeah, literally.
It's the same like fucking this and that and a couple of these. It's like, okay, like I'm over it.
You know
I've
the
seen it a
one
million
where they're
times.
like doing that kind of thing, and they're like switching like either characters or poses or something. There's that trend going around like crazy. What else? There's just
so much shit.
so many of them.
Let me like, I don't know. It may just be me, but that's not even like what are you doing? Like the ones that though I get it. It gets a lot of clicks. It gets a lot of likes, but like that content is sort of like what?
It's nothing. It's literally nothing.
Not. Yeah.
Because like you have, so this is the reason, and people are gonna be like, oh, you're against fun. No, it's actually the complete opposite. Do it for fun, but then don't try to like build yourself out of nothing, because you see so many accounts where they're
no, but like what value?
Yeah.
Does that add?
None.
Like TikTok dancing value?
None.
Like Charlie D'Amelio is like literally famous for dancing on an app, right?
Yeah.
Literally famous for that, and then it blows up everywhere else. But like, what does that? Like long term, what would you be known for?
That's exactly it.
Okay,
dancing,
she would be like a pioneer of TikTok. Like she was the first person, 100 million followers, like whatever. But like you know what I mean? Like that's nothing. Like dancing, like it's not nothing.
Let's go back then. So you have people like, for example, what's his name? King Bash. You have people like okay. Rudy Mancuso. Remember these people from Vine?
Yeah, Vine, yeah.
Remember the two what's her name? Amanda Cerny.
Amanda Cerny.
Okay. So like these people are still massive. They do nothing. They literally do nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like what talent? Like what?
So not
necessarily talent.
Well, hang on,
because there's talent.
Let me go back. I still follow Rudy Mancuso on Instagram. He still makes a shit ton of music. He's producing. He's in things. He's involved because that was his thing. He did music.
Yeah.
And he's killing it because he's working hard at his thing. The other people do absolutely nothing.
Well, there's a difference because, like, dancing and doing TikTok trends is one thing, but. Like King Batch, as an example, is an entertainer. He's an
entertainer. Yeah, he does.
You know what I mean? Like
skits.
you're entertainer. Like Drewski's another one.
Anwar or something. They were all together. You see his face.
Yeah, I would have recognized. But like becoming an entertainer, some valid skill, like
this guy.
Yes. Yeah, they're entertainers. You know what I mean? Like I get that. Yeah. I totally get that.
They're entertainers to a point. It's like YouTube. Do your thing, right? But the problem I have with this is now people want that, right? And it's harder than they think to do. It's harder to make content. It's hard to do all this kind of stuff and then upkeep that.
Yeah.
And then also try to balance that in that period of time of, let's say 3 years, 4 years, where you got to do both a job and social media as another full-time job.
Yeah.
People don't want that. Now TikTok, the only thing, and it's actually literally a meme in comment sections, where it's like, oh, something inconvenient happened in my life. This lady like yelled at somebody in Walmart and I just happened to be standing there. I have a 5-part story time that I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, it's gross.
Shut up. Yeah, it's like no one cares.
I know, but people, you find interest. You find yourself like sometimes I find myself watching stupid, like just the stupidest thing. It's like
I used to.
I just spent 5 minutes of my life watching. You know what I mean? Like,
I actively
don't
avoid that. I've been using TikTok. I want to say I've been using TikTok less. Not actual usage, but I'm starting to get way more annoyed with the way TikTok is progressing. Yeah, well, I'm like 10, not even 6 seconds, literally a Vine. Literally 6 seconds, don't care, and then it happens like 30 times in a row, and I'm like, throw my phone.
Yeah, sometimes you just get addicted, man. I get addicted. I don't know. Well, there's a way to approach it, right? There's many different like avenues. Like for content like publishing and shit, I use TikTok. Like I post stuff there.
Yeah.
So it's just difficult because it has to be like, again, I talk about it a lot on the podcast, but like TikTok's a very high volume platform. That's be like 5-6 posts a day, always on lives, on this, on that. Actually, I want to give a shout out to my boy Falk1. He's killing it on TikTok right now. Just hit 10K followers. Big up to him. Throwing some claps and applause in there for him. He's back. Hit him up at its_Falk1 on TikTok, I'm pretty sure. If not, it's Falk1.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's killing it on there. It's kind of crazy to see comment sections are ruthless. Like the fucking the worst things you could say in comment sections you just see it, and it gets bare likes. It just gets and you're laughing your fucking ass off. But it's just the best place to go for unfiltered content besides like Reddit, is like literally TikTok comment sections.
Not comment sections of any.
But Instagram is not as bad because it's a different demographic. completely
It's not as
different
bad.
demographic.
It's not as bad, but like unfiltered, raw, just you're getting roasted.
Oh my god,
TikTok,
it's so
Reddit,
funny.
just the greatest. The
So
greatest.
funny.
Where it's just like, and I'm not gonna lie to you, sometimes people deserve it. Sometimes people deserve it. Where it's the same syndrome where it's like, oh, I gotta like, oh, I'm blowing up a little bit. My one video has like 30,000 likes and like 500,000 views or some bullshit like that. And then you look at the rest of their things, it's like 500 views, 3 likes, 400 views, 20 likes. It's just something like that, right? And it's like, yo, nobody use social media the way it's intended. Use it for fun. Don't. Yeah, but that's the way most people should do it. Use social media for fun, and that's
it. But as well, going back to like Falcon and shit, you can actually progress like your career in a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways to actually get a brand out there and your music, or whether you sell carpets, right? Carpets are the big thing. Yep. Like you see those videos of them putting them together, trimming them, all that. That's cool shit. Like I like seeing that stuff. Small businesses and startups and shit like that.
That's different. I have one. I have a brand account. It's my chef account. Yeah. Do I actively use it? No. Was I in school actively using it? 1,000%. Just because it allows me to expose my stuff, right? But that's different. It's not like that. It's just there to help me gain attention, right? If like for example, Julian, he has a brand that he's using social media to influence that brand. Right? He's building upon that, but social media isn't his thing. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're using social media for business, use it as an aid. If you're using social media casually, fun. Not everything needs to blow up. Not everybody.
Well, that's what people want, bro. People want clicks. People want to be famous.
Not everybody needs to be heard. Right? It's free speech. Free speech. You're entitled to that. Yeah. But you're also entitled to get ignored. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So I saw a video recently. Actually, it was of I want to know what you thought about it. It was KSI speaking about. I don't know if he was on the Impulsive podcast, but he was with Logan Paul, I believe. They were talking. They were showing like their new drinks and stuff, but. He was asked like what's like the most difficult part of fame, like money or success, like money management or actually dealing with fame, and surprisingly I thought obviously I'm not famous, but surprisingly he said that like dealing with people coming up to him is the most difficult part.
1,000%.
Right? So I don't know, I don't see, maybe that's just the person I am, but I don't see that being an issue. He's like, oh, even when we're out to eat or when I could see that being annoying, 100%. But I don't see how that could be the biggest of your problems.
You're the type of person where you're just very much, laid back. You're chilling. Somebody comes up to you like, hey, how's it going? Good. You? In public places?
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. I definitely get annoyed.
No, of course. Just in general, though. Like, in public places, you're very much the person to like, oh, there's a problem. Let me go and tell somebody. Oh, I got to get something. I'm going to walk across the room. There's, like... not really that much social anxiety from you. Yeah. Somebody, for example, that is getting famous on the internet has not had to deal with, for example, somebody who's like a movie star and is exposed to people. Yeah,
well, you don't know. Well, the KSI could
not right away. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Right? Then once they start getting huge and whatever, they take... then they go to like public shows and...
I get that.
And whatever. But, for example, somebody like KSI, he does his thing... He has his, his boys. He does his whatever.
Yeah. Have you watched Sidemen content, by the way?
I have. Absolutely hilarious.
I think, you know what? Hilarious. You know what? I'm going to say something about the Sidemen content. I think they're extremely long, relatively long videos that are like hour-long videos. I think that's such a cool way to like approach YouTube. Yeah. Because you have like the pioneer, like not the pioneers, the ones that are on top right now, like Ryan Toys and Mr. Beast and no video passes 20 minutes.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day actually.
Yeah, so
or a couple podcasts ago.
Yeah, like seeing like Sidemen post like 1 hour videos, it's like a show.
Yeah,
it's like, you know what I mean? Like I respect that because it takes a lot of courage to actually like. They definitely are there for like a couple hours, like depending on they have like sets and stuff and they do like a whole thing, but like I respect that because that's like a big commitment that like and they still get a lot of views, right? Yeah. So that's dope.
It takes time, money, and effort to actually still do that.
Yeah.
Right? This, for example, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever, is one take.
Yeah,
That's
for
one thing.
sure.
You
No,
know,
they're there for like.
Yeah, they're over and over again for an hour, which means that can be like 4 or 5 hours if you're bad at it.
Yeah, but they don't necessarily like. I feel like they take maybe a 4-hour session and cut it down into an hour.
1,000%. Yeah.
Like that's how I think it
1,000%.
works. So I think it's all like still candid in one take, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's definitely cut down to an hour. The thing that I like most about it is that like it's like Sidemen. They're very, at least they seem very like genuine. You know, like they fuck around. Like it's not like social media like fugazi like Mr. Beast is very. It seems like very scripted.
Yeah.
Like he gets a lot of views. Don't get me wrong. Like a lot of views, a lot of likes, but seems very scripted.
It's
He just puts the content out that people want to see, and it's filtered.
What's his name? Henry, the blonde dude.
Harry.
Yeah. So he
No.
So I literally have it saved on my phone because it was absolutely hilarious.
They say he's like racist and stuff,
he,
bro.
Like,
That's
for
a
example,
meme.
like he threw up the undisclosed World War II peace sign.
Okay.
And he called it the dodgy sign, and he said that he just, sometimes he does the dodgy sign because he's trying to raise his hand.
Yes, I saw.
And then he's reacting to his reaction that he reacted to previously he found on Reddit. And then in the video, he did it for a second time, and somebody edited over inappropriate content. I'm also not trying to get the video taken down, but inappropriate, and it was just seeing his reaction to that, and it's like, how do people get canceled like that? Some people are just like, you can say boo, you're like dead, and that guy over there, he's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's good, man.
You know what I mean? But
it's a lot of good. That's like the best content though. Like unfiltered, like shit like that. Like obviously it upsets a lot of people a lot of the time, but like I don't know. It's
have to remember
give and take.
People have to remember that at the end of the day, they're very much joking, and they do not mean to offend.
Yeah, it goes back to the whole Will Smith controversy, right?
Yeah.
Like it goes back to that. Like you can stand up and just get like show aggression and make a scene, or you can go like take it into your own hands in a civil like whatever way behind the scenes, whatever. There's rumors that they said Chris Rock didn't write that joke, and then there's people saying that he did.
I completely believe that he did.
Yeah, I would believe that he did for sure.
I didn't even think that was a written joke. I personally think
he made it
that
up.
He looked at her and went, "This is going to be hilarious" in the moment.
I think so too.
It was just a side shot comment or whatever. And now
the only okay. So the way I didn't really elaborate, but the only way that I agree. So like there's many ways to approach it. Obviously, there's a right and wrong in the whole scenario, and you have your own opinion to what you think was right. But the reason why I think Chris obviously is in the right is it's a joke. Yeah, it's a shot, but there's been way worse jokes on national television.
I've
like
been
that.
seeing this.
Like way worse. Like so much worse.
I don't agree, and you'll agree with me here. I don't agree that it's right to make fun of somebody's disease, disorder, whatever.
However, not even that I don't think it's right, but like you gotta make the joke, make the fucking joke. Whatever, right? You know what I mean?
These people, right? We give them a little bit of a pass because they're not normal people first and foremost.
That's what a lot of people are saying.
They are not normal people first and foremost. He's a comedian, okay?
Who is Chris Rock? Or they're both technically comedians, yeah.
And I want even us, we fall a little bit into this category. Anybody who makes content and puts it on the internet, or makes content and has a show, or whatever the case is, you are a public figure. If somebody wants to write in those comment sections, "Wow, you guys are looking absolutely massive," we're exposed to that because we're putting ourselves, and they have every right to do so. Because we're public figures, and they're huge public figures, right? And it's like...
Yeah, but apparently there was...
Ben Shapiro said that. Oh, he's like, I'm a public figure. My wife is a public figure.
Ben Shapiro.
The conservative type, everybody kind of hates him because he just kind of speaks the truth kind of like...
I watch a lot of his videos. If you haven't seen Ben Shapiro, like best moments, not funniest moments, but best moments roasting people, and like there's a certain level of intelligence, and then there's a certain level of arrogance, but I feel like the only thing that I may not be like intelligent enough, but when someone articulates themselves in such a way that he does, him and someone else, there's another big...
He's an English or... I know exactly what you're
author.
About. He's a comedian. He's a comedian. He prides... I have some of it. I'm going to go find it later.
Not Jim Jeffries.
No. Oh, Jim Jeffries is hilarious.
He's hilarious, though. He's funny.
I love Jim. No, I'm going to go find that. I know what you're trying to say.
Oh, my God. There's one... I don't remember his name.
This comedian, essentially, though, I know what you're trying to say. This comedian, he that's his whole thing. He likes when people tries to roast him. That's his whole thing. Where it's like he can make a your mom joke, and then somebody's like,
oh yes, yes, I know who you're talking about.
He wants to see how fast his brain works to ultimately like destroy this person.
Yeah,
and it comes out hilariously.
I forgot his name. Jim? No,
I'm gonna find it. I have it.
He has like a very big audience. He's always in a suit.
Massive. Yeah, that guy.
Yes, he's always in a suit. I just saw one of his videos today, actually.
Yeah. I'm gonna go find it. Hold on.
Yeah, so back to Ben Shapiro. He whether you agree with his statement or not, like his opinion or his stance on whether it be something like abortion or because it's always the hard hitting topics it's like left or right, abortion, gun laws.
Topics
it's always like the hard hitting topics that you see him going crazy about or discussing like thoroughly. And when you see someone like that, literally again, I'm gonna repeat it, but when you see someone like Ben Shapiro like articulate themselves in that way, it's so hard to go against them because the way they present themselves is like they know so much. Like it's like he knows everything about that topic. Yeah. Like everything. I don't know if he's Jimmy Carr. Yeah. Jimmy Carr is correct. Yeah. Like it's like he knows everything about that, like in like specific, like he's pulling up stats with numbers and like years and dates and this many casualties and this and gun laws are responsible for this percentage of deaths. It's like, whoa, like who's got the time, bro? Like who's got
knowledge? And that's when you're
that's when you read you must read everything.
When you're good at linguistics and articulating what you're saying and really like backing yourself up with facts. It's like it's super hard for the average person to like continue. And
oh my
they get
god!
into like the defensive, and then this back and forth starts and whatever. But
the people that get me nervous though are the ones that like argue with him, that try to change his mind.
But
he's entitled to his opinion.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like go watch his like best funniest or whatever. It's like best moments, like best roasting moments. Like people try to change this guy's fucking opinion. You're not gonna change Ben Shapiro's opinion. No, he knows like everything.
Like but he's very intelligent.
If I was in an argument with this guy, instantly I would just forfeit. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna forfeit. If Ben Shapiro starts coming at me about abortion, I'm forfeiting the match. He wins. Whatever he says goes. Not goes, but like, what am I supposed to say? I don't know anything.
I don't have enough. I don't.
Not even if I studied abortion for 2 years would I have as much knowledge as this guy.
So like I don't have enough knowledge in that particular topic to even want to express my opinion to
someone. Oh my god, and waste my breath. Like he's just gonna roll and he does it in such a calm fashion. Like
he doesn't yell at you.
No.
He doesn't scream.
No. It's very properly articulate.
And the way he talks.
Oh my god, it's just sassy. Sassy. That's what I like about it.
I don't even think he does it on purpose because he actually just speaks that way.
Yeah.
And when he was making these comments I was talking about earlier, where he's like, "I'm a public figure. My wife is a public figure." And there are really mean jokes, and normally we just laugh at them. And sometimes, it can be like, haha, like, okay, that was kind of mean. But you can't say anything because they're entitled to their opinion about you, regardless of if it's right, wrong, mean, not mean. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you're in the public, you're a target.
Yeah.
That's the way that works. If you don't like it, stay private. You either can stay private or you can go public. And these people are very much public.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. You can't come out with fucking next level.
No, even so, I'm just saying. She came out and said, and did you see that video floating around? Oh, I don't care what people think of my bald head. And then it was just the fucking...
Yeah.
And it's just like, because clearly you do. But regardless if you do or don't, it wasn't really that bad of a comment. And it was...
Yeah, just like, I don't know, circling back to it, I think... Him laughing at the beginning of that joke
he was
is what makes it
and then looked over and hit it with one of these and was like, aha, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what really tips it over the edge over anything else that happened that entire evening.
People on their stories, and I messaged somebody and went, what happened? And they explained it to me, and they go, deserve, blah, 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 whatever, like all this kind of stuff.
Your opinion means nothing.
And I literally just went, I'm like, he's a bitch.
Who is a bitch?
Will Smith.
I think, hold on a second. So this is what I think. 100% Will's in the wrong. 100% he shouldn't have done it. But I think it takes some big coliones to get up on that stage and do that. That's one thing I respect him for because that takes balls.
I gotta.
Like, not... Like, the whole situation's fucked. I get it. It's not right. It shouldn't have done it. Should have took him backstage, whatever, talked about it. But that takes big balls.
I
To
partially
actually slap him on stage like that is one of the most courageous things to do ever.
I partially agree. The reason I partially agree is because the intention was just to gain some respect from his wife, who clearly has none for him. That's a different topic. But B, don't walk up and receive your award 30 seconds later in tears and saying, I want to apologize. Stick to your guns, bro. You made this decision. Stick to your guns.
Nah, fuck, man.
No, you can't.
Apparently he was. So apparently, it was definitely off camera, but apparently he was he's shaking a bit. He was having a bit of a panic attack.
Definitely adrenaline.
Don't quote me, but
it was definitely adrenaline, and then the lack of complete gone. Of course, you're shaking. Of course, you're in a little bit of shock.
And then there was like Denzel Washington and Bradley Cooper had to like comfort him or something like that. But aside from that, I still think it takes massive balls to do something like that. Like you can't even lie.
I don't know. I'm kind of tired. I'm gonna be honest. At this point, I'm tired of hearing about it.
Yeah.
It's so done. Like whatever. But it's just it takes balls to do it. But then he completely just backtracked.
Yeah.
Like he ran a mile backwards. That's how far. Like he walked 3 feet and then ran a mile backwards.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no like. Come
I
on.
get that.
Do your thing, bro. If you're gonna go out in style. Why didn't you leave? They asked him to leave. Apparently, he never left. He's like, no, I'm staying the entire show.
I wouldn't have left. No, I wouldn't.
Why didn't you say walk out? Take your if this comment upsets you this much
because I think he knew he had a good chance at winning thing.
But you know what I mean?
Best actor.
It doesn't matter. You can still win the award and just not.
Yeah.
They would have sent it to his house anyway.
Yeah.
But now they're talking about some sort of punishment.
Well, he's retired. He's retired from the Academy, so he can no longer be nominated for awards or anything like that or. Be in their fucking whatever their process is.
There's a lot of opinions online about it. I think personally, at this point, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I didn't look at him and go, oh, you deserve to do that because whatever. Yo, you could have if it really bothered you, walk up to him later and be like, I didn't appreciate that.
Or literally just be like, oh, if you're gonna be like that, just be like, yo, fuck you. You can slap him behind the scenes, whatever. Yeah. I'm done talking about it.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I want to move into an exciting new series on Disney Plus that I wanted to mention, Moonknight. I just wanted to thank everybody for voting in the RTF polls on our Instagram. Keep up to date with those. There's gonna be a lot more coming soon. They're up a couple every week or so, and all over the stories and stuff. So yeah, keep out for those. Moonknight sort of. So it's I'm not gonna really spoil it or anything, but very much like Venom. If you're familiar with Venom.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So. I'm really interested in it. I think obviously I'm interested in fucking everything Marvel does. I think it looked pretty good. There was a lot of like Egyptian, what's it called? What's that type of
yeah, I know.
Egyptian mythology, and that's not mythology.
It's something else.
Yeah, something like Mediterranean, fucking not something like that.
What
fucking Greece.
Yeah, okay.
No, it's something like that. Some shit like that. Fuck with deities and Egyptian gods and all
Egyptian gods and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
it's posted everywhere. You can see it in trailers. You can do all that kind of stuff. So this isn't really a spoiler, anyways.
Yeah. So he's like basically the main character is like not possessed, but he.
Yes, he's possessed by an Egyptian god.
And so apparently it's not an Egyptian like deity. It's a marine or an ex-marine that sold his soul to this Egyptian deity or this Egyptian god. I don't know if it's a god. I'm not checking. It's only been one episode.
The first episode doesn't
cut us some slack.
Doesn't explain it yet, but it definitely does seem that way.
No, it is. It is. I did some deep diving after.
Okay. That makes complete sense.
Yeah. So there's three. That's what makes it a little different from Venom.
Spoilers.
Well, not spoilers. Really. It's in the trailer, I think.
No. It's just like. But there's watch episode 1, okay?
Yeah. But there's three entities.
Yeah, there's three people,
three personalities that he goes to. Really cool. Like timeline perspective, like plot, like storyline is very, very cool. It's very, very interesting to see like the flash forward, and you see from only, I forgot his name.
Steven's perspective.
Yeah. You see from only his, right? You don't see anyone else until
right at the end. Yeah. It gives you a little bit of Mark, and then it gives you like the glimpse, just the little glimpse of Moonknight at the end. I don't know the person's actual name yet.
No, Mark is technically Moonknight.
And I'm gonna differentiate them for now. I don't know the name.
I want to find the name out actually.
But it was good. It was a good first episode. I personally feel they could have toned down the Marvel funniness a little. For example, like that car chase.
Khonshu.
Sure.
Khonshu is the name
The
of the
car chase, right? When he was like passing that old
I
lady.
thought that was great.
It was great, and then all of a sudden she hits him with a finger, and I'm like, this misplaced. It could have been somewhere else. Misplaced. Make the show a little tad darker.
What do you mean?
Just like Hawkeye, for example, super light themed.
Christmas
Everyone was just catching a clap, and then all of a sudden jokes, and then it was a sword fight with the what are they called? They were in the park. They were dressed up as knights and stuff. There's a name for that.
Oh, Knights of Columbus. Like
No,
it's
they're
like
LARPs.
it's like
LARP.
cosplay, but
No,
like
it's like LARPing. Yeah, that's like
LARPing.
LARPing or something like that. And so he had to like put on the knight thing and like fight that.
Yeah.
That's like super.
A lot of comedic
lighthearted
relief,
and, like,
yeah.
Whatever. I feel like this show definitely could have, played off the like I'm a little darker, not as dark as like Batman.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, I don't know. I think visually, aesthetically, I think Moonknight's costume is one of the best in the MCU. I think by far.
Yeah, it's
I think the way it integrates the entire thing with this Khonshu and whatever, and the way it's shaped and all the little details and how its Moonknight crest is in the middle here. That's actually its weapon. This is his weapon. Like, he grabs it out of that middle part of his chest. Oh my god, it's so sick. So many different. It's got like the mummy like around it, a part of his thing, and it's sort of like a mummy's wrapped in gauze and all that shit. It's like I think it's literally like top 1 or 2 best designed costumes / whatever.
I'm gonna ask you a question, because you like the little details.
Oh my god!
And when they
visually,
and when they correspond to small details from like source material, you love that. That's fantastic, right? Like that's what you want as a fan. Right?
But I value more little like details within like the plot and like set design way more.
Yeah, okay. But like that's what I mean by little details, either in set or the costume or just like when they reference the source material and
you're talking about the license plates in Spider-Man?
No. When they do a good job, that's what you like as a fan.
Oh my god.
So why is it that when you have adaptions to shows or movies of things, sometimes people just like it just sucks. It just sucks.
What do you mean, like
the M. Night Shyamalan movie, or Avatar movie, right? Made stupid changes, just because of Avatar.
Yeah, well, you gotta see. Yeah, it depends. It depends on like what the actual changes are.
The reason I'm bringing this up is because last week or 2 weeks ago or something like that, they released, and I'm a huge nerd for it. They released a Halo TV show.
Oh, okay. So there's gonna be differences there.
The sound-wise, it sounds fantastic. Looks-wise,
but you have to
visually appealing. It is like literally porn for Halo fans.
Yeah.
Then it's like they change narratives and just story, but they're not changes that necessarily make sense, and you're like, why?
Yeah, I get that.
Like, why? Like, the whole thing is like you got this big burly 7'5" war machine running at you with zero repercussion for human life. He's just murdering.
Yeah, I gotta. Apparently, it's good. Apparently, a lot of people said it's decent. Yes,
as somebody who and a lot of people
plays the games.
As somebody who played the game and grew up with it, it's just like this doesn't make sense. But it's not canonically, like it's not supposed to be canon or anything of the sort. I give it that aspect. You do your thing. But then it's just like, why do you change like major details?
Yeah.
About it doesn't make sense. It's like.
Yeah.
It's like, for example, as a kid.
Like but if you think about it, so you're only saying that because you're well versed in the Halo like the games, like you're so well versed in that. But so if you think about it, if you look at it from like, because I'm a big Marvel guy, obviously, if you look from a Marvel standpoint, the comics are basically like the games version for Marvel.
That's what I'm saying.
And they're nothing like that.
Well,
they reference the comics. Many ways, in so many ways, but like you can't say it's even close.
No, what I'm saying is you're not telling the same stories because nobody wants that. That's boring. Tell your own story. Do your own thing. But it's like they change random details where it's like Thor with his long, hair and whatever. And then they cut it eventually, whatever. But they introduce him like that. All of a sudden, they just made him have black hair, short, military like buzz cut, or just made him bald for no reason.
Yeah, why? I get that. Yeah.
Why? Like, why did you do that? It doesn't make any sense. It's like like, for example, it took.
There's a lot of things you might not understand though. To look at it from like a devil's advocate, I think there might be a lot of limitations like on set or budget wise, or there's a lot of things like having like a film background, like thinking about all the aspects that go into it. There could be a lot of different factors that play into why it's so different. That's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, if you have like an unlimited budget, you would expect it to be as close as possible, or the best way you're trying to convey the message. But I still think that like there's so many different things that go into a film or a TV series or whatever that like you can't expect 100% perfection unless obviously there's no budget, or you have a great crew, or you have a great, there's so many things now that I've did a little bit of studying, obviously.
I mean, I get that regard. It's just like they change things for, like, they change story plots that require no budget. It's just like, oh, I want the show to go in this direction, and it's just like, let me just completely change
I get
character backgrounds for zero. Like, for example, in the show, or sorry, in games, he got kidnapped as a kid, and then he trained to become this like weapon, essentially, where it's like, okay, cool, same thing in the show, except in the show they made him like forget his memories and of things.
Yeah.
And it's like, why is that relevant? It doesn't seem relevant. Then it's like, then he starts interacting with technology, and then he's doing the whole like, what happened to my parents? What did you do? And it's like, this is stupid. Like, that's not the character. Like, I don't know if that made.
Yeah, I get that. I get what you mean though.
You're just writing things to write things.
And
again, it's just like, then the question goes. So if you're a Marvel fan, you grew up with the comics and everything of the sort, and then all of a sudden somebody goes, I'm making a movie that's been teased in front of you like this for the last 15 or 10 to 15 years, whatever, because this got announced in 2013, 2012, some random shit like that. So it's been dangling in front of you, and then it got canceled, dangled, whatever. Who are you making who are you making these movies and shows for?
Yeah,
we would be fans, would it not?
Yeah, fans and shit. Yeah,
but then you're like,
you want to buy. I don't know. I think it you can look at it in different ways. One thing speaking of like, keep on topic of movies, really quickly. I just want to go through one of my biggest pet peeves ever. Netflix. This is a message to you. Why the fuck did you get rid of The Godfather Part 1, 2, and 3 on Netflix? Why the fuck? Man,
that's hilarious.
Like, why the actual fuck? I was so upset. I had COVID. You ruined my COVID experience. Netflix, if this ever gets to anyone who works at Netflix, whoever was part of that deal, whoever released the fucking movies, you deserve the worst. Godfather has to be on a platform that everybody has. If it's not fucking Netflix, it's Disney Plus. There's no reason why it shouldn't be on Disney Plus. And if I have to go to Prime Video, I'll go to Prime Video. But if I have to go to Prime Video to rent it, that's the biggest scam in movie streaming, TV show streaming, internet streaming history. If I have to pay for a Prime subscription, right? Amazon Prime Video, I pay for a subscription, and I gotta go to fucking Amazon Prime Video to get this movie, and I have to pay for it to rent it. The biggest ripoff in entertainment history. I'd rather go to the fucking movie, watch it once, than rent it for 3 days where I can watch it 7 times. I'd rather go to the movie and watch it once for triple the price.
And on that, Disney, buy all the fucking streaming services.
Just buy everything. Just buy everything.
Dude, why are there so many? Why are there so many?
Because people need to get their own bread. That's what it is.
This show came out.
It's all about fucking money.
The Halo TV show came out, whatever. Paramount Plus. Who the fuck has Paramount Plus?
And Discovery Plus.
Yeah, what is that? Stop. Just
stop with the pluses. We don't need the pluses.
Like,
I know what it is. Just say like Paramount On Demand, Paramount Streaming Service. The plus is just not necessary. What the fuck are we adding? What are we adding? It's the same shit.
PlayStation just did it. PlayStation just released.
PlayStation Plus has been for time.
PlayStation just released PlayStation Plus Standard, PlayStation Plus Ultra, PlayStation Plus something.
Oh yeah, I saw.
This shit will run you like $150 a year.
Yeah, no, it's a hard no.
Package.
That's a hard no for me.
Canadian, sorry, I think, and some shit like that. What? Stop! Just stop.
We don't need the pluses. Stop. We're leaving on a motivational note.
Yep.
Netflix, get Godfather back before I come to your headquarters and start fucking taking names.
Get your shit together.
Just like Don Corleone before I start doing that. We need organization. Yep. The mafia movies need to be put on Netflix. Need to be put on Disney Plus. Anyways,
Disney. I'm asking.
It doesn't matter who. I don't give a fuck as long as I have it.
Because they're already a monopoly. So just I'm looking at.
I love Monopoly.
Just please, I hate Monopoly. Just buy them all. Buy Netflix.
Please.
Just buy them all. Just buy them all. You can afford it.
Okay, I think we're ending it there for today. Got my blood pressure a little high at the end there, but we're chilling.
What is my heart rate at? Let me do a quick,
165.
Holy.
Okay, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. Obviously, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you thought about this podcast episode. A lot more coming soon. If you look at the link down in the description, all of our Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everything's there. All of our tags. If you're listening to this, check out the podcast on YouTube in full video. Again, thank you for listening, watching. That's it for us. That was episode 44.
Yep.
Matt, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me, Matt.
And that's it. We refreshed our feed so you didn't have to. Peace out.
Take care.